Hi, this is Majinoni, and here's my review for Green Arrow, Brightest Day #1, and Rise of Arsenal #4. I'm going to do Green Arrow first. Now, I thought this was a really good start to the series. But the only thing is it has a couple cliche-ish type beginning, or story plot points. You have the girl endangered running through the forest being chased, then you have Green Arrow saving her. The fight at least is violent, because as you can see, he ripped his nose off with his earring. And wonderful artwork. And eventually, bloody fight, and then Green Arrow obviously is going to win. He goes to take the girl out of the forest, and she gives him a lecture about, stepping away from Quinn Industries and all the good he could have done with the money that the company was making. And Oliver's even saying that I have some regrets about how I did some stuff, and all of that is really for what's about to come next. You have the new owner of Quinn Industries, this woman here. I don't know who she is, but she's going to be a big deal. Next up, you have a VIP fundraiser dinner. A bunch of politician assholes basically just throwing their money around, pretending to be care for the needy, but they just want a photo op. And lucky for them, Green Arrow was there to steal all their food and actually give it to the homeless. So at least people who really deserve the food gets it. Next, on the way home, the commissioner's really pissed off and gets stopped at a construction site. And this is this panel here that makes me want to buy it. He gets slashed right there in the throat and dies. I was like, hell yeah. Green Arrow watching. And this is where basically the payoff of the book is at the end, in that you have the new leader of Quinn Industries, and she's going to bring in these goons here to take out Green Arrow. But to restore order. I'm not even going to go there. You have Green Lantern flying in to check out the forest. His flight ring cuts out, and then you have the reuniting of the two. I'm going to go over this a little bit more of my thoughts in just a minute. Next up, we have the Rise of Arsenal. To me, this seemed like a cheap Punisher book. Basically, Arsenal escapes him being stuck in the mental ward, and he escapes, followed by his ghost of his child, going to prison so he can kill the electrocutioner. This basically takes place right after Green Arrow killed Prometheus, and right before his trial, so he's still in jail. A guard comes to get him for help, and battle is going to start. Now this is where I thought got kind of weak here. You have a 2-page spread here of a punch that's supposed to be a defining moment, I have arrived and I'm taking care of business. But to me, I think there's a lot of flaws here. You have a hand here grabbing an arm, which doesn't, it looks like it, but it doesn't look like it at the same time. To me, that doesn't look like I'm grabbing the arm to try to disarm you type thing. It just looks like I'm coming from the side and I'm just punching you. And if I punch you and the dagger goes flying way over here, and even here, it doesn't even look like you punched him. It looks like this fist is way out here while the body's over here. So I think there's a lot of problems here. Long fight here, so that part is at least kind of good. And Green Arrow finally makes a mistake and throws him next to the executioner. Roy drags him, throws a knife into the security box, gate comes down, and this is where the turning point is, where Roy actually kills the executioner. Now this is where my other problem was. Now, keep in mind here, what we have is an arm going this way, and speed lines crossing the arm. See, so you can see they're not even quite in sync here. And that's where I have a problem. This is a very emotional impact scene, and to me it doesn't show anything. Now, yeah, you get the crazed look on Arsenal's face, but it doesn't look like a defining moment where it's like he's I don't know how to word this right. To me, there wasn't an emotional impact to it. It was just, well, granted, it's cold-blooded killing, and that's what it is, but I wanted something a little more to it. I wanted more of a oomph to it. Is I guess what I'm trying to say. Then Roy goes to his house, sees the ghost of his child, sets the house on fire, putting his old life to an end, and basically becomes a killer on the streets, killing all the bad guys. And as you can see, it's going to be continued in Titans for Hire. Now, Kabuto and I read these, and we both came to the same conclusion. Arsenal here, while it was a decent ride, it just kind of fell a little flat at the end. And by flat, I mean it's just some of the art wasn't what I thought was up to snuff. I wasn't drawn in as a reader to sympathize for Roy at all in his decision to go crazy, to kill Electrocutioner, and to me, it just didn't seem like it didn't have the emotional impact that I would have liked to have seen. Green Arrow, on the other hand, complete opposite. So we're talking about night and day. Green Arrow, while it had a couple cliche-type beginning or plot points to get it going, I thought the story was good. It's going somewhere. I thought the art was amazing. I think there's a lot of potential posters based on the artwork. Even the cover example, I mean, it's great. Green Arrow was a great start. I'm glad I bought this. The Rise of Arsenal, if it comes out in a trade, I doubt I'd buy it, but I probably would get Titans, the Villains for Hire, just because of the other characters. Personally, I don't care about Arsenal any longer. To me, he's a dead character because they just turned him into Punisher, but he won't kill like the Punisher. I mean, he'll do some of the stuff, but he won't do everything. And the other thing is, I think everybody out there pretty much is going to know that the minute a DC editor or writers out there somewhere wants Arsenal back, they'll bring him back, and all of this stuff will be gone. He'll redeem himself, and he'll be done. Or else maybe they'll do a 4-issue limited series, the return to heroic Arsenal storyline. Anyway, so that's why I think it's a weak. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them. Who do you think would win in a fight between Green Arrow and Arsenal? I think Green Arrow would win, just because while Arsenal is younger, he's probably stronger, has maybe a little bit better fighting technique. Green Arrow, on the other hand, is smart, and he'll out-trick Arsenal and cause him to make mistakes. So, if you have any questions, feel free to leave it. Subscribe to the channel, and